Congratulations today on the victory.
Thank you.
Well done, mate.
You were made to work for it today, Dale.
Yes, we were.
It felt like the better team won because of the chances you had. The fact that Nick Pope had to work so hard is an indication of that.
Yeah, Nick Pope was on fire today. It was quite clear, but like you said, I think the best team won today. I think we definitely deserved the win, and yeah, we're really delighted with it.
Can I also ask about the performance of Echeza, put into the starting lineup in that number 10 possession? We've just been waxing lyrical about his performance here in St James's Park. Never an easy ground to come to. What did you make of it? Yeah,
I think he was unstoppable today at times. He was really good. I was just speaking to him now in the change room. That first chance, there's not many keepers that will save that. That would have topped it off, but even without the goal today, he was really good for us, and he's a really exciting signing, and I'm happy to have him in our team.
How's the legs, by the way? You took a bit of a battering in that first half, didn't you?
Yeah. You got blood. Can you see that? For you. There's literally blood right there on your right ankle.
But coming to this ground, we know what to expect. It's going to be a battle. And like I said, the best team won today. We got what we deserve.
That's what I was going to say, really. I think, sorry, Franny, you've come over here over the last few years, and it's been tough for you. You've had some tough results and some tough decisions go against you. Big moment for the club today, and obviously yourselves coming there and getting a result.
Yeah, 100%. There was a point where obviously I was on the bench, and it was getting towards the end of the game, and it was kind of feeling that it was going to be that feeling again. We played well, and something's going against us, the penalty decision or whatever. But yeah, that's why in the change room we're so happy that we turned it around, and it's going
That's
to
what I was going to say. What's the atmosphere like in the changing room right now? I know it's early on in the season, but you could see on the bench the reaction, the lads running down and scored. Do you feel this is a massive result, even though it's early on in the season?
Yeah, this is a massive result. It's also a statement win as well, because in this ground we've come here in the past and we've lost, and this year we've shown that we can come here and win, and the same for other away grounds. We want to go there and do the same.
All right, final question here. With the results in the other games yesterday in the Premier League, did you feel under pressure to get a result here today? And now that you've done it, how does that feel?
To be fair, for me, it's less pressure,
Less pressure?
When the teams drop points, but at the end of the day, as a player, of course, when you're playing for a big side, you can only focus on yourself, There's been times in the past where, you've let results, other teams drop points or they didn't, it gets in your head, For us, we're trying to just block that out and focus on winning games. We knew today, regardless whether the other side's won or not, we had to come here and win, and we're happy we did that.
One final thing. Do you feel like a leader in this team?
It's got the armband on. What do you expect him to feel like?
Exactly.
Great answer.
But how does that feel for you personally, to wear that armband in that case?
No, it's a massive honour. The trust of my teammates and obviously the staff. So, I'm just really happy, and, hoping I can do a good job when I have it on.
Well, you got all 3 points here today. Thank you very much, Bukayo Saka.
Cheers.
All the best.